Hey all, my name is Paul Borosky and I am the owner of Quality Business Plan. And what I'd like to do today is to give you all some tips and tricks on how to write a business coach business plan, as well as how to construct just a very basic financial model to give you all a solid foundation for preparing your financial projections. So without further ado, the way this video is going to work out is that first we're going to go ahead and I'm going to introduce myself, who I am, what I do, and why I do it. From that point in time, we're then going to get into the tips and tricks of writing a business plan for a business coach business. All right, so with that said, let's zip through this little PowerPoint presentation. So as promised, a little bit about me, and then we're going to talk about you and your business coaching business plan needs. Again, my name is Paul Borosky, owner of Quality Business Plan, and I am a professional writer, specifically a business plan writer. So if y'all do want to avoid all the trials and tribulations, fun and excitement of writing your own business plan, please pick up the phone, give me a call, send me a text, send me an email. I'd be delighted to write your business plan for you. If you do want to go ahead and write your own business plan, I do have some books written that based on or focused on business plan writing, and I do sell them on Amazon.com, and so it does give you some in-depth tips and tricks on writing the various sections of a business plan. And then finally, I am an adjunct professor and subject matter expert for both business and finance. So with that foundation, if you do need some assistance with your financial projections, your business plan's all taken care of, but those pesky numbers just giving you problems, again, pick up the phone, give me a call, send me a text, send me an email. Be delighted to help you with your projections. All right, so with the introduction done, let's talk about the business coaching business plan. And for tip number one, what I'd like to focus on is going to be the company description section of the business plan. All too often, I'll get a business plan from a business coach or a business consultant, and they'll ask me to review it. And one of the things that surprises me is that in the service description section, that's actually quite light. There's not a whole lot of details. Sometimes I'll just get a list of items that a business consultant or a business coach will services they'll provide. Other times I'll have one or two items with 2 or 3 sentences describing the services provided by the organization. So from this, when you're writing your service description section for your business coaching business, go ahead and provide a broad overview. Make sure to definitely list the different services you're going to be providing, whether it be, operations optimization, marketing assistance, conflict resolution, financial projections, business writing, whatever your specialties are, or whatever the services you provide, regardless of specialty, but whatever the services you provide, make sure to list them, and also make sure to give the reader context. 2 or 3 sentences describing how you can help optimize operations, or what are some different or some various marketing strategies that you're able to help a business owner with. So whatever your services are, make sure to list them, but provide context as well. Also, for your specialties, just about every business consultant or every business coach that I've ever met, they have 1 or 2 specialties that they do better than just about everybody else. Whatever those specialties are, make sure to lead your services off with those specialties and provide more context for those specialties. For example, if your specialty is financial projections, lead off with financial projections and give a 4 or 5 sentence description of the services that you may provide for the financial projections, as compared to 2 or 3 sentences for all the other services you're going to provide. When you follow that structure, you're going to be able to let the reader know what your specialties are, but also you're going to give them a wide understanding or broad understanding of the totality of services that you can offer as well. Second tip for your company description is to include industry statistics throughout your company description section. So for example, the business coaching, business consulting industry in the last year in the U.S. generated about $10.9 billion in revenues. In the last 5 years, this industry has grown by 0.1% annually. However, industry experts anticipate a 2.2% annual growth rate for the foreseeable future. When you include these kind of statistics into your business plan, first what you're doing is you're telling the reader, hey, you know what? I understand my industry, and I also, and, I'm not only am I a business consultant and I understand what I do, but I also understand the totality of the industry in which I operate. So that's going to give you an industry expert perception, and also it's going to add credibility to yourself. It's going to show, I understand what I do, and I understand the industry in which I compete, so you can be perceived as an industry expert. Also, when you include these statistics in your business plan and you show sources of where this information came from, it shows that the business plan is a credible document. You're not just making stuff up. You're not making numbers up. This is a factual document, and it's going to add credibility to the document itself. All right, next for tip number 2. So for tip number 2 is the financial projections. A lot of times when I get a client, not just a business consulting client or a business coaching client, but just about any client, they're completely lost as to where to start their financial projections. Now, we're not going to get into a full-blown, projection for the 24-month profit and loss statement, income statement, balance sheet, pro formas, but we are going to go ahead and talk about just a basic financial model that if you construct this, you can go ahead and expand upon this later to meet the needs of your projections. So the way the basic financial model works is I break it into 3 sections. First section is revenue, second section is going to be your fixed cost, and then the third section is going to be your monthly profits. So basically, for the revenues, the way that I would start a financial model out is to identify how many customers or how many clients or how many projects are you going to be working on daily. For this example, we're saying that we're going to be working with two projects daily for our clients. The average sales price per project is $400. Variable cost for a business consultant usually is very, very low. Sometimes you might have to pay some travel fees, but for the most part, based on the other business coaches that I've worked with, the variable costs are quite low, so I estimated at about $30 per client. So the next step is going to be to identify what your gross profits are, which is simply deducting the variable cost from your sales price, $370, and then multiplying that gross profit by the number of customers that you could be working with daily. In this example, 2 customers, $370 gives us $740. The final step in this segment is to multiply your gross profits daily by the number of days you'll be working on average in a month. And I'm saying we're going to be pulling 5 days, which is about 24 days a month. That gives us gross profits about $17,760. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to add up all our fixed costs. So lease, labor, utilities, marketing, supplies, insurance, legal, whatever your various monthly fixed costs are going to be, I list them and then add them up. In this situation, I'm estimating fixed costs at about $9,300. The final step is to deduct our monthly gross profit or deduct our monthly cost from our monthly gross profits. So in this particular situation, monthly gross profit $17,760, deduct the monthly cost $9,300. This gives us net profits of $8,460. So what does this tell us? This tells us that if we work with 2 customers with an average sales price of $400 and we're able to control our costs, then we know that we can pull down profits of about $8,400. So not only is this an excellent tool to tell us up front how many customers we need to work with and what the average sales price needs to be in order to generate the profits we want, but this is also a great starting point to expand upon into the revenues for the first month, monthly fixed cost, and then use some growth rates and expand this into a 12-month projection and even an annual projection. All right, so hopefully this information was helpful. And in summary, when you're writing a business plan, make sure to follow a proven format. If you go to the SBA website, you download one of their free templates, you can get a lot of information that's useful for a lot of industries. And you might have a hard time identifying what information you need and what information you don't need. So make sure to follow a proven format. If you do want a business coach, a business plan template, I do sell them on my website right here. Second is, for summary, make sure to keep the start of the show as the business. We want to talk about the business, what you do and how you do it. Try to stay away from, making the business about yourself. Keep it on the services and the customers and the industry. And then finally, if you need a little bit of help writing your business plan or doing your financial model for your financial projections, feel free to reach out. Give me a call, send me a text, send me an email. I would be absolutely delighted to assist. All right, so hopefully this video was helpful, and as always, have a great day. Thank you.